Hey everyone, and welcome to my masterclass, where I'm going to show you how to go from feeling confused about your health and the healthcare tools that you are using to clear, calm, and confident with a proven system of whole body healing. If you don't already know me, I'm Andrea Coulter, and I'm so glad you're here. I guarantee you will learn something new and amazing today. Look forward to hearing from your comments and booking a free call with you afterwards. So make sure you stick around and get my contact information at the end. You know, we live in a world full of knowledge, but very little knowledge about what works for you as an individual when it comes to your true healthcare needs. We are constantly barraged with the latest, greatest superfoods, supplements, therapies that will fix all your problems. Sadly, we buy into this out of despair and hope that we can end our suffering once and for all. I've been there. I've struggled with metabolic syndrome and autoimmunity most of my life and spent a fortune trying to find the right answers. The information I'm going to share with you today will show you exactly how you can stop struggling with suppressive, toxic medication and confusing health symptoms one natural step at a time. You will learn the 3 specific jurisdictions of healing needed to transform your whole health, along with my exact and power formula, a way to finally get your health back on track no matter what you may be struggling with, along with a systematic approach to help you understand what you need for your own healing, helping you see exactly how to heal yourself confidently with natural methods. Some simple steps to begin today. No more guessing which therapy or tool to use when or how. However, you must be willing to put in some effort if you want to improve your health and have it last. So stick around if you're tired of going in circles with your health, or if you want to stop struggling with suppressive and toxic medication, or you want to finally be free of confusing symptoms and live your life the way you want to live, and have chronic issues that are stopping you from living your life freely. And again, don't stick around if you enjoy struggling with your health, because I get it. Sometimes being sick can let us get things in life that we don't otherwise get, or so we think. Or you don't like to take care of yourself. If you think it's going to be too much effort and you don't feel like you're worth it, then don't stick around. Think natural healing doesn't really work, and if you're just going to be looking for ways to self-sabotage, then definitely don't hang around. And if you already know how to take care of your health on every level, well, then if you do, kudos to you. Let's definitely connect on social media. For those of you who are sticking around, be sure to shut off any distractions so you don't miss any vital information. Be sure to stay tuned to the end. You don't want to miss a step. So what qualifies me to teach this amazing information? Well, I've been on my own healing journey for 37 years with natural medicine. Initially, because conventional medicine failed me miserably in my teens when I first really got sick, and they just couldn't figure out why. And after realizing that the drugs they kept putting me on only made me feel worse, I went searching for my own answers. And wow, I have learned a lot of amazing things along the way. As I mentioned before, 2 of the biggest physical struggles I've had are metabolic syndrome and autoimmunity, which I do manage quite handily due to what I'm going to share with you today. I know how confusing natural medicines may seem when you are trying to navigate them on your own. Every therapist or modality seems to tell you, this is it. All you need to get happy and healthy is this. So you go after that magic bullet. Maybe it helps a bit or temporarily, but after a while, you fall right back into that old rut with your symptoms and health. It's frustrating and disheartening, to say the least. And the truth is, there is no one thing, natural or otherwise, that can or will fix all your health issues. And there is a very clear reason why, which I will explain in this webinar. The human soul and spirit is persistent, and soon after one thing fails, you're going to feel the push to try and find another answer. So off you go around again with a different approach, only to find yourself on another loop right back to where you started, or probably close to it. Does this sound familiar? It really is a vicious circle. I was on this not so much fun merry-go-round for most of my teens and into my early 20s. And yes, it was way better than all the suppressive medication that kept me knocked out and foggy, but I still wasn't getting the results that I really wanted. Then I found an amazing system of healing that followed natural principles with very specific healing tools. And when these principles and tools are applied at the right time and in the right way, true, whole, lasting healing occurs. I've always been very science-minded, so when I was doing my own healing, everything had to make sense to me. I needed to know exactly how and why a system worked, so it could be repeatable and effective every time I applied it. And there's nothing worse than spending a ton of money and your time to try and heal your issues only to find it doesn't really work. If the moment you stop the therapy, all of your symptoms come back, then the therapy is only really a crutch and it's only palliating your problem at best. So is the absence of symptoms the same as the absence of illness? If you've been chasing the same symptoms and health issues around in circles for years with countless different therapies and are ready to finally stop, you're in the right place. I've helped thousands of individuals over the last 18 years navigate the often confusing world of natural healing, helping them free themselves from all unwanted trauma and disease. Eva wrote to me, "Thank you, Andrea, for helping with our 6-year-old son, who became physically violent with us at home, hitting, breaking things, screaming, frustrated. The same behavior was presented at school. He just didn't want to get along with anybody, running away from class, hiding under his desk. All of that behavior was very out of the ordinary for him, and he was very clearly distressed. And at the time, they were desperately looking for help. During our first consultation, you were able to see what our son was struggling with, what kind of support he needed, and as a mom, I was so thankful for that first talk. I wanted my funny, lively son back, and within the first days of starting remedies, his behavior has improved. First parent interview, our son's teacher said she couldn't believe it was the same child. He is now very liked by his class, does his schoolwork on his own, participates fully in school activities, and comes out happy at the end of the day. Thank you, Andrea, for giving us our son back." So for me, it's all about educating and showing the way, so that ultimately you can make your own knowledgeable and empowering choices with confidence. My favorite saying is, knowledge is power, but self-knowledge is true empowerment. Because once you know you know how to heal yourself and to maintain that health, even when things get crazy. Because, well, let's face it, life can be crazy. Then no one can take that away from you. Once you have your own knowledge, no one takes that away from you. Once you know something, you have it for life. One of the most amazing things I've learned with this system that literally blew my mind is that we have 2 different sides of our life force. We have the sustentative and the generative, and they each require completely different healing modalities. No one has ever told me that. Both sides of your life force follow very specific natural principles that come from the universal natural laws, like the law of cause and effect. For every action, there is an equal or greater reaction. Your life force falls within the law of polarity, which states that everything has a polar opposite, like light and dark, up and down, hot and cold. They are what we call functional pairs. You can't really have one without the other. Yet on their own, they are still unique and have their own characteristics and functions. And we tend to think of our life force as this mystical thing that we either trust in it to do its own thing, or we try to manage it and control it without really understanding it. This is one of the biggest reasons why your healing attempts fail. Guessing is never effective. It's like throwing a whole bunch of different supplements into your body, hoping one of them is going to help. Yet quite often, you end up doing more harm than good. Anything that goes in at a physical, chemical level, when taken in excess, can create more imbalance. Even natural substances. Mind you, you can hold your sustentative life force up by incredible dint of effort with amazing regimen and high quality specific supplements. I've seen many clients over the years do this. I've had so many women come in with systemic yeast, and they've been on a gamut of conventional medicine, which did nothing, to alternatives, and then have done huge diet changes, cleanses, tons of supplements, and so on, to only find some form of normalcy. However, they are also living in a tiny little bubble of very special regimen and not truly enjoying all that life has to offer. Crohn's, colitis, anybody with these kind of chronic issues is all living the same way, and it's really sad. Yet, a few months after removing true deeper underlying causes of their issues with this system, they can actually eat the crappy birthday cake at a family function without sliding back into old painful symptoms. I have clients come in the door with bags of different supplements and all kinds of other support, hoping something is helping them, when in fact, most things are not. They are just wasting their hard-earned money. It's no different than doctors prescribing medications on top of medications without actually checking to see what you are actually taking and already taking. This is how things get super confusing and go sideways really fast. If you're taking a ton of supplements just to keep you going, you're only palliating and not actually healing or recovering. To find out if this is the case, here's a good thing to try. Stop taking all your supplemental tools and support tools and see where you land. If you are no better or worse, something needs to change. This is just like medication. You will have to keep getting stronger and stronger with your support to stay ahead of your symptoms. Did you know that the global dietary supplement market size was estimated at $123 billion in 2019, and it's growing rapidly every year. More and more people are jumping on the supplement bandwagon without even understanding what they truly need, all in an attempt to alleviate their suffering, which I totally understand. Taking and doing things, even naturally, without knowledge of how and why, only confuses yourself and your symptoms, making it more difficult to know, well, what do you take next? You then completely lose the ability to understand your own body and what is best for you. What you need to do is get back to nature, the natural way of being, to really understand how your body functions, what things are best for you, and what are not. Thus, when you get sick, you'll have the ideal guide for you to get yourself back on track with your health every single time. If you approach both sides of your life force with the right knowledge and the right tools, then you can truly release, restore, and heal without being confused or overwhelmed by all of the choices. Once you do this, you could stop all the crazy extra support, and your own healing life force would actually be able to rebalance itself on its own, allowing you to make confident, conscious choices based on what you need when you need it every single time, instead of relying on someone else to make those decisions for you. As well, you can avoid the use of suppressive medication that, doesn't really solve the whole problem anyway, and generally only produces more problems like, side effects. So why do we get lost and confused? Because we're all looking for that one magic bullet that will fix all our problems. We want fast, easy, and convenient. I get it. We all want to get rid of our problems as quickly as possible. And if you've tried the conventional medicine route, especially for low chronic, grade symptoms that your doctor really has no explanation for, then you'll know that it doesn't really solve the problem. We certainly aren't getting healthier as a species. With scary statistics like this, 6 out of 10 Americans suffer with at least one chronic disease. In Canada, 44% of adults over the age of 20 have at least one chronic condition. That's sad. Globally, almost 1/3 of people aged 15 and over reported living with more chronic conditions on average across 27 countries. That's really sad. One of the biggest reasons chronic illness and disease are on the rise is because no one has shown us how to fully release the cause and what that cause is, because truthfully, the cause can be multi-layered, needing different healing tools working all at the same time. And why? Well, mainly because conventional medicine and even alternatives are busy focusing on just the symptoms, that they miss the deeper reason for these symptoms. Plus, neither have figured out how to properly address the many different layers of the human being and the life force. You are a very multifaceted being with more than just a physical body. You have your own unique thoughts, emotions, beliefs, genetic makeup, past trauma, and so on. It's time to understand that symptoms are simply the messengers. And yes, sometimes you need to go in and calm down the messenger, especially if it's causing you a lot of pain. However, calming them should only be a temporary solution while you discover why it's happening in the first place. The fact that you're watching this webinar tells me you've come to the same conclusion as I have. There is a better way. And this is where a system of healing comes into play. It's a very little known system of natural healing that can remove symptoms quickly and effectively. A system that can help you understand what is causing your symptoms, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional. Understanding that you can have one without the other to some degree. But instead of just putting masking tape over the physical expression of the issue, why not solve the real reason on every level, fully, with the correct tool for each? To change the triggers you have so you can finally be free. In the 37 years I've been in the health and wellness industry, I have discovered that only fixing one side of the problem, even naturally, will not release it for good. Which is why I'm sharing this information with you, so you can finally discover how to transform your physical, emotional, and mental struggles with a time-tested and proven system of natural healing. So Julie wrote me, "Thank you so much for your guidance. I left your place feeling lighter and hopeful, both of which I've longed to feel for quite some time." And Jocelyn wrote, "I want to thank you for all your good advice yesterday. I feel like I'm starting a journey to discover my true self. What does my body and mind feel like without chemical drugs and with proper fuel intake? I am excited about it, the same excitement I felt 4 years ago when I decided to lose weight and be more active. Getting to the root cause of the medical issue versus fixing the symptoms makes so much sense. Why didn't I think of that before? It's just common sense." One of the biggest things that gets missed is how to truly adjust one's mental and emotional wellness. This is the missing piece for me. Even though I learned how to keep my physical body healthy and energized for a really long time, I just couldn't get happy. I struggled with low-grade, sometimes deeper depression. I was extremely pessimistic and stressed about life and my purpose in it. I kept wondering what the point of it all was. Have you ever felt that way? Low chronic grade depression and stress leads to chronic anxiety. Chronic anxiety leads to a weakened digestive system and hormonal system, which then triggers an imbalance that then leads to disease. It really is one big vicious circle. After I lost my dad to cancer before he turned 50 and realizing that I didn't know enough at the time to help him or myself, I went on a bigger healing journey. I took a 4.5-year course in homeopathy and health kunst and adding in more work on diet and nutrition and dug even deeper into the mental and emotional realm with anthroposophy and orgonomy. Knowing when and where to use each modality was important to me. I love herbs, homeopathy, flower essences, essential oils. I love all things natural, but not understanding why they work and when to use them for the greatest effect is frustrating. Also, knowing when to use foods and supplements properly, so I'm not wasting my time and money. You don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars like I did to get your health back on track. Instead of being confused and going from therapy to therapy, wondering which one will work, or trying the same thing multiple times, hoping one of those things will change, which we know is insanity, the science of whole healing is a rational, proven system. There's no guessing. When I finally started my own practice, I was able to use this natural scientific system of healing that works every single time because it follows natural principles. It can be repeated with every single individual no matter what they're struggling with. So who is this for really? Well, anyone who wants to make significant changes in your whole health. Individuals who struggle with chronic illness, whether it's mental, emotional, or physical, because they all feed off each other, as you'll learn. Everyone who has tried conventional medicine with no real help and is ready to learn exactly how to transform your health naturally with the right tools at the right time. Transforming your health doesn't come from a magic pill or a one-size-fits-all program. It comes from taking the time to really know yourself, your struggles, and the things that you require to heal you. If you're willing to do the work, then you will want to learn my formula for healing. To do this requires certain steps and processes done in a way that is doable and follows, of course, all the proper natural principles. These are the steps to the Empower method, and I use this in my Feel to Heal membership. So first you have to, establish a healthy foundation. You'll learn with the first steps how to really listen to your physical body, understanding both sides of your healing life force, along with really recognizing how your own thoughts and emotions are affecting you and your health. By gaining greater clarity about yourself, the ways in which you are struggling and why, you can begin to implement the necessary protocols to switch your old, unhealthy habits of eating, feeling, and thinking into healthier ones for you. Susan wrote, just wanted to reach out and thank you for the guidance and support. I am starting to feel a shift in my energy and my sleep. I've stopped wheat completely, sugar and dairy 95 to 99%. Just knowing I have the right supplements and remedies with me when needed makes me feel good. Learning about me has been really interesting. I have to listen to my body. No one can do that for me. This is a biggie for me. Excited to have you with me on the journey. One of the fastest ways to lessen some of the biggest issues like anxiety, depression, and fatigue is by eliminating inflammatory foods that are putting stress on your digestive system, which causes every other system to slow down, like your hormones and cell communication. And we all know that eating sugar and highly processed foods are bad for us. Sugary foods cause your blood sugar to spike and then drop. This quick spike and drop causes you to feel uneasy and can even at times mimic a panic attack. Having low blood sugar levels can actually put your body into a stress response, which can increase anxiety. It also makes you feel chaotic and anxious one minute and low and depressed the next. So honestly, even just getting rid of sugar from your diet can make huge changes in how you feel daily. We all struggle with some level of stress, anxiety, and honestly, depression. I also know that eliminating sugar is not easy, as the protocols in the membership will guide you to greater success. Next, you'll learn how to mobilize your life energy to begin healing. As you start creating a healthier foundation, you will improve your energy on every level by eliminating the things that cause you to feel negatively and add in things that can increase your feelings of wellness. The physical affects the mental and emotional and vice versa, which will help make it easier to stick with the healthier choices you're making. Thus, this is what really accelerates your healing. Each step you will get a video of full guidance and knowledge, and then it goes into worksheets with exercises that will help you learn about your own life force and how it affects you in every facet of your health and wellness, especially when it comes to your thoughts and emotions. There are several quick ways to mobilize energy, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. One exercise I teach is a deep breathing exercise. I go into all the natural reasons around it, why and how this works, but for now, to help you see its effect, let's take a moment and focus on your body and your breathing. Notice how the second you put your conscious focus on your breathing, that you actually stopped for a second altogether. That's because breathing is an unconscious process that is sustained by one particular side of your life force. We very rarely actually stop to think about our breathing, but conscious breathing can stop all physical and emotional tension and anxiety instantly while you're performing it, which helps to break the habit and redirect it. I want you to take in as deep and full a breath as you can right now. Feel your lower diaphragm and stomach actually fill out. Now hold that breath for a count of 3. Then slowly control the out breath, pushing it further and further out until you feel like there's absolutely nothing left. Notice how when you breathe in, you feel tight and even anxious. Then as you breathe out, your body relaxes. It is the out breath that really relaxes. Yet when we feel anxious and panicked, notice that you tend to breathe shallower and even try to take more air in without letting any out. Or in depression, breathing becomes shallow and slower, never allowing the body to really fully cleanse or release and get fresher, more cleaner oxygen into your body and lungs. Just simple breath work can make a huge difference in your whole body. How you feel more relaxed, more energized, and grounded. The membership goes through very specific thought exercises, learning tools like meditation and mindfulness, and they're all great and can help calm your monkey mind and allow you to begin to feel less anxious. So too can learning deeper thought control as a way of turning off the fight or flight system and allow you to heal in a greater, more holistic way. Another step you're going to learn is purposeful, conscious choices. It's the ability to make different choices, which is ultimately yours. And given the right information, you can make the necessary changes in your health habits and lifestyle that suit your needs. By looking at what is triggering your health issues, you'll feel more confident in making the right choice. Let's say your anxiety is triggered in social settings. The more people in confusion around you, the more anxious you become. I had this issue. I hated going to malls or places where there was a lot of people. It really overwhelmed me. But instead of avoiding these situations or using medications or other crutches to dull how you feel, why not learn how to transform your old emotional and mental habits into healthier ones? Because you can. Even your thoughts, which affect your emotions, can be released in the right way, allowing you to release the chronic hold they have over you, giving you a sense of peace. Next, you're going to learn how to overcome all obstacles. And as I've mentioned, in order to be free of your mental and emotional struggles, you also have to fix the physical body symptoms that drive the hormones and chemical reactions in order to release it all fully. Two of the biggest struggles, like anxiety and depression, stem from a multitude of layers. And each layer, as it gets piled on without resolution, becomes a block in your energetic life force, which then triggers every chemical reaction and intracellular communication to create the necessary symptoms, well, to tell you what is wrong. Remember, they're the messengers. Going back to the whole attacking the symptoms, aka your messengers, instead of uncovering the actual real cause and trigger. Taking the time to be aware of what is wrong is one thing, but unless you can fully release it on every level, you will not be free. You do this by eliminating the stuck and blocked states within your whole body with specific remedies and tools. Faye wrote me, "Finally, someone who understands me and what I've been going through. Once I started on the remedies and the vitamins you suggested and did exactly what you said, my life changed. The pain was gone, my energy came back, I was myself again. I am now a big believer in holistic medicine and you. Thank you so much for helping me and bringing back the big smile on my face again." You know, quantum physics teaches us there is no difference between energy and matter. All systems in the human being, from the atomic to the molecular level, are constantly in motion, creating resonance. And this resonance is important to understanding how subtle energy directs and maintains health and wellness in the human being. From all of my years of experience, it is specific natural medicines such as the Iome tonic empathic remedies that can objectively and exactly do this, following a very specific natural principle that no two similar disease states can reside within the life body at one time. In other words, if you have anxiety based on social overwhelm or deep psychological trauma or depression due to never feeling loved, wanted, and oppressed in your life, the only way to fully release them is at the energetic level first. We all, first and foremost, are energetic beings. Universal energy infuses us all with life energy at all times. We come from energy and we return to energy. And in between, we are a physical being expressing this energy through our thoughts and our emotions. So the next step is whole body healing, really. Once the blockages then are removed with proper medicine, your whole life force is free, allowing it to heal and recover fully. To do this, you have to understand how both sides of your life force function, how you develop illness and disease, and what is a true disease. And because sometimes we think we have a disease when it's not, and what your body needs in order for it to recover on every level. So Melissa wrote me, "I've been on 2 anti-anxiety and depressant medicines. The first made me feel like a zombie, and it did nothing for me at all, but made me lose my personality. And when I went on the second medication, I gained a lot of weight. I became unhappy with myself and the way I was feeling and looking. Before the remedies, I felt trapped. I kept circling and had no way out. Nothing would calm me down. After taking the remedies, I felt like the bubble I was stuck in finally popped. I was able to take steps to ensure I could move forward. My sleeping and eating improved without taking away my personality. I will not go back on medication, but will continue to take my remedies. I plan to make conscious choices and live life without feeling trapped. Thank you, Andrea, for the knowledge on how to deal with my anxiety. The next thing you need is establish and lock down those healthier habits. So once you go through and start recognizing the areas that need to change, you begin to implement the changes as I've laid them out in the program. You begin to really lock down your healthier habits. Those new thoughts and feelings that help you feel calmer, more at peace, and joyful in life. Letting go of old habits, like eating the foods that cause you to feel more anxious, depressed, or exhausted, and establishing healthier ones, more supportive ones, take time and a bit of effort. I won't lie, habits are like anything else. They take time to release and to establish. However, I think you're worth it. Knowing that the more you stick to the newer habits, the easier they become, and the less you fall victim to the old unhealthy habits. Plus, the less you will have to be dependent on anyone or anything else. It was a big one for me. One of my favorite exercises in the Feel to Heal membership is learning how to take control of your emotions and imagination. It's what I call the secret sauce to true mental and emotional healing. You first learn how to recognize the unhealthy belief behind your emotional struggles. And then you take it a step further to reveal the exact steps to change those old beliefs into healthier, new, better beliefs that actually function and change your life. It took me a really long time to find and create this information. There's a lot of information out there about mantras and therapy, talking about it, sharing it, burning, whatever different ways to take your old belief and try to get rid of it. But none of those held, and they won't hold as well as what you will learn in here. I have tested it, and it really makes sure it works every single time, and it does. So Carol wrote, your exercise for turning negative thought beliefs into positive self-serving ones and then attaching the right emotion to these positive beliefs sticks way better. I have been pleasantly surprised how this exercise has turned my whole life around. My body is finally healing, and I'm glad to be alive again. The ultimate goal of any healing program should be to help you reclaim your whole health. The purpose of the Feel to Heal membership is to empower you with the knowledge, to break free from all blockages in your health, to help you reclaim your whole health and transform your life. The methodology I've created is centered around how to empower yourself through health. It's not a theory. It is based on very specific natural principles that have been around for centuries. It's just never been used in an easy to follow program or format or put together in this way before. You have to take action to implement it so that you can start to create the changes you want to see in your health. You do not need to be any kind of expert or even have done any natural health healing changes before for this to actually work. It's all about taking one simple natural step at a time. So a quick recap. Within this system and steps, you learn to apply the 3 jurisdictions of whole healing that will transform your whole health: regimen, natural medicine proper, and therapeutic education. Regimen is all about diet, exercise, nutrition, supplements, sleep, hydration, relaxation, coercion, etc. And this is where you find imbalances of too little or too much of something that is needed by your body to function properly. In order to restore balance, you use a therapy that works in opposition to restore that balance, or homeostasis. Everybody is different based on your age, lifestyle, genetics, level of health, and so on. Thus, what works for someone may not work for you. I teach you how to know and apply this in your life. It's important to note that you cannot cure a disease with diet, supplementation, and detoxing. These will greatly improve your health, and you'll learn about them to a point, but they are unable to remove a true dis-ease. So true disease removal with natural principled medicine, this is the level of disease proper. Disease is not simply an imbalance, but a deeper impairment of your life force. Did you know that a bruise is a true disease? A true disease is something that affects every single person the same every single time. Yet conventional medicine calls all kinds of things diseases that really are not based on this universal truth. Thus why they can never cure said diseases. To correct this impairment, a substance is needed that can remove it, called a cure, with a medicine or remedy acting according to natural laws and principles. The only natural law that is able to cure, according to Hippocrates, who's the founder of medicine, is the law of similar resonance. This level of healing consists mainly of the treatment of various shocks and traumas, physical, mental, and emotional, that are acquired over your lifetime, as well as potential for various inherited diseases called chronic miasms that we carry in this world. We all carry genetic baggage, if you will. You can have within you at any given time not only physical diseases, but also mental and emotional diseases in the form of unhealthy beliefs. Often, you can be living your life in an unhealthy state based off of a belief without even being aware of what it is causing you to think, feel, and act in ways that you actually dislike, which leads to therapeutic education. This is a higher self-knowledge and conscious free will. One of the greatest contributors to ill health is false beliefs about ourselves and the world. You may think that no one loves you, that you're not good enough to be successful, or any number of false thoughts. These can easily be shown to be untrue, but they dominate your thoughts and end up shaping the nature of your world. What you believe, you become. If you think you're not worthy, you will do things unconsciously to undermine your own success. If you think you're not lovable, you will take actions that drive love away, even unconsciously. These diseased states of mind can be removed with proper education, that thought adjustments, and with well-selected remedies to help you release easily and quickly from very old patterns. So how does the membership work? Well, Lindsay wrote me, I have been going to Andrea for years now, and she's helped me with everything from mono to period pain. When I saw her Feel to Heal membership, I knew it was exactly what I needed. I am already starting to see a change in my thought patterns and finally feel like things can improve for me physically, mentally, and emotionally. I really like how the program is set up. Andrea has a video to explain what we will be working on, followed by worksheets where she challenges us to really explore what is going on by having us research our own symptoms. I like that there is community support. Having a group forum and a group chat to talk with others who are also trying to improve themselves is great. Andrea is available on all of them, which is so helpful when trying to heal. Once you know yourself, your health needs and requirements inside and out, no one can take that away from you. As you go forward and upward with your healing and self-learning, your internal and external life will change to reflect these changes. No matter what level you're working with, you can achieve your ultimate goal of greater whole health. So thank you for taking the time to be here today and seeing what is required to stop your chaos, confusion around how you can achieve greater health with natural therapies. So you're probably thinking, well, how do I get started? You can join my Feel to Heal membership site today and begin implementing the step-by-step healing process as they are laid out. You'll get my support both in community setting and privately as needed to help you work through the healing program. There's no time limit with this membership. There's no right or wrong way to release, rebalance, and heal. You learn how to take control of your own health in the way that you need at this point in your life. This is your healing journey. Health and life is always changing. The great thing about this membership and healing system is that no matter what changes, you can grow and change with it. Carol had wrote, she had decided to go back a few steps after feeling stuck in her progress, which gained her a newer perspective, helping her feel more confident again going forward. What you learn inside this membership will empower you to know exactly what you need when you need it every single time. So, are you ready for results? Samantha wrote, "This program is a great journey of awakening to your own feelings. This is not overwhelming and allows you to work at a pace that is right for you. In this journey, I have become more aware of my feelings in the now and questioning why I have them and connecting them to my story of ego and self, which has allowed me to start shedding some negative thoughts and beliefs about myself. Through the worksheets and tapping, I'm working toward a new, confident, loving, caring, true, authentic me." And Tammy says, "Andrea is a wealth of knowledge. The membership site is filled with so many levels of information that can transform your health, physically and emotionally. I highly recommend it. Honestly, it's super easy to navigate. I didn't have any issues at all. I enjoy all the valuable information, and I like to print things out. So it's nice to even be able to print something out and read it and highlight it. I'm kind of the same." So what are you going to do? You could do option 1, which is do it on your own, or option 2, which is joining the Feel to Heal membership and get all the support and knowledge you need to truly be successful. So here's what you get. Each month, a new step with a video explaining what you're going to learn, depending on the level you choose and based on your individual needs, along with a worksheet that comes with specific exercises to help you implement this healing knowledge into your life. Each step gives you roughly a month to go through. However, I remind everyone and you that this is your healing journey and there really is no time limit. You can go back to review and redo as often as you want. There's a private forum on the membership where you can ask specific questions and get personal answers to help guide you in the best way for you. A private Facebook chat group where you do become a part of a caring, supportive community to share inspiration, ideas, accountability with compassion and no judgment. Monthly podcasts are then put on the site based on your questions with answers that you can heal as well as help others. There are bonuses of extra support posts for each level where I take your questions and support needs and create custom posts to help you achieve all your healing goals. And I also make custom-based remedies just for you as you need them to accelerate your whole healing and transform your health and life. So are you ready? Question: is it really worth investing my time and money into the Feel to Heal membership? I know I'd have access to private community, but will it really get me the results I need? And the answer is, it's always worth investing in yourself, especially your health. We all know how vital our health is, yet we often put it on the back burner, only to wake up one day so stuck in the muck we can't get out. It is worth investing roughly $1 a day in your health and overall wellness each month to create the healthy lifestyle and the health you want so you can finally live each day free of those restraints and be free to do, whatever you desire, whenever you want, without any pain or struggle. This course is thorough, Betty May says. I know, like me, you may have been, in the holistic healthcare field for years, and you know a lot. You've been Googling all kinds of things like digestive health, headaches, and so on. Seen every therapist, tried every modality. You're knowledgeable, and there is so much information available to us that we can often fall into the belief that I already know all this. So I was slightly hesitant to join this community. I am so glad I joined. I can guarantee you that you don't know it all, and neither do I. Not only is the content in depth, but Andrea is always there to take you further than you've been before. She's a pro and is determined to do her best to support your whole health. Many thanks, Andrea. So, will this work for me? Absolutely. No matter what health issue you're struggling with and to what degree, the system of healing I use when followed and implemented in the right way to free your life force of all impingement works for everyone every time. The real question is, are you ready to do the work? To take the time to put yourself and your needs first so you can remove the things that are causing you to suffer, to make the changes in your health and lifestyle so you can become the amazing, energized, full of life person you know you can be. If you're ready to begin now, then pop on over to the link you see here, posted below this webinar, and decide which level you're truly ready for. I'm so excited to see you on the inside and to watch your personal health and life soar to places you could only imagine. Hop on over to see the levels now. I want to be respectful too of everyone's time, so please, if you have any questions or would like to do a quick free mini consultation to see, if this truly is a fit for you, Be sure to email me at andracoulter@holistichealthcare.ca to set up your time. My office hours are Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't hear back immediately, just know I will respond as soon as I can within working hours. You are my top priority, absolutely. And space is limited, so be sure to act fast. My mission is to offer you a truly balanced approach to healing, using safe, effective, natural solutions to help you achieve whole healing now. I bring clarity to your most confusing health issues by focusing on the physical, mental, and emotional connections with unique dynamic medicine. In short, I help you transform your health one simple step at a time, naturally. Thank you so much for taking the time and sticking through all this with me and watching it all. I know there is a lot of other things you could have been doing right now, so kudos to you for putting you and the commitment to your health first. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.